Hey guys, well as you all know, I gave you a list of my top 10 favourite films. So now I'm going to give you and reveal my top 10 favourite TV shows of all time. Now, this will be quite an interesting list because some of these shows are current shows that you've heard of, and some of these shows are like shows you probably never have heard of, like probably your parents would have heard of, because or grandparents, because some of these are 40, 50 years old. But if you like what you have to hear, then I suggest you watch some of them. So, let's go! First show I want to talk to you about, guys, is The Monsters. Like, seriously, guys, I love this show. I think it's fantastic. I just love it. It's just amazing. So funny. Okay, so just to give you a quick bit of background, the concept of the show was the idea of all the classic Universal monsters, Dracula, Frankenstein, the Wolfman, all them living in modern day 1960s suburbia, and it was really well put together and really well fun. Like, I love them. I love Herman, Grandpa, Lily, Marilyn, Eddie, all I just love it. It's just so brilliant. And what was good about sitcoms back then is they weren't just about comedy. They had a little injection of social commentary. So, for example, in the very second episode, the next door neighbour, Mrs. Cribbett, who's a total bitch, says to the postman, "Oh, this was such a nice neighbourhood until they moved in. Them in their horrible house, bringing down our property values," and all that silly kind of stuff. So, it was good, and you don't see that in sitcoms anymore. It's just all about laugh, laugh, laugh. But it was good, and it was just, it was really funny. And the best part of the show is the comic timing between Al Lewis, who plays Grandpa, and Fred Gwynne, who plays Herman. They were actually in a show, previous comedy together, called Car 54, Where Are You? So their comic timings are just brilliant. They're just so funny. I love it. Like, whenever they're going off on some madcap adventure where getting trapped in a bank vault or trying to find Marilyn a husband, it's just so funny. I just love the show. If this was the only show I could watch for the next till I die, I would watch it. It's just so funny. So guys, if you haven't watched The Monsters yet, I recommend you do that right now. It's brilliant. Next one I want to talk to you about, guys, is The Addams Family. They're creepy and they're kooky, mysterious and spooky. That is such a catchy theme tune. But what you gotta love about this show is how wonderfully weird the Addams Family are. Like, it's one thing, like, say with the Monsters, it's all about how spooky, but the Addams Family are just really weird and wacky. Like, they really freak people out every time someone comes to visit. Like, every time someone comes in, knocks on the door or pulls the doorbell and Lurch opens the door, they're like, "Oh, what the hell? What is this?" Like, it's just so funny. And you see it every time. Every time someone comes in to visit the house, you see the same shots in the big living room. You see the big turtle, the shark or something poking out of the wall with the foot out of it. It's just so, and they're just looking around this place thinking, what the hell is this place? But it's just brilliant. And I love the characters. I love Gomez, Morticia, Uncle Fester, Wednesday, Pugsley, Grandma, and all the other characters that pop up. It's just such a great show. And they're always getting into these really madcap adventures, whether it's Morticia's sister Ophelia coming to try and find her next boyfriend, or Uncle Fester blowing up something with gunpowder, or Wednesday and Pugsley up to no good or something. But I love the madcap adventures. Now, granted, the Addams Family to me isn't as good as the Monsters, but it has its charm. It has a charm to it that makes it so good to watch and so funny. Number 3, Columbo. Now, can you make the concept of the show is you see who commits, it's not a mystery show, you see the killer commit the murder, and then it's all about the detective trying to figure out, can a concept like that work for a TV show? It's Columbo. Yes, it fucking can. It's just so good. Like, the murderer has everything planned down to the finest detail. Their alibi, the weapon, everything. And then Columbo comes along like a cat with a little ball of string. All he has to do is find one loose strand and that's it. He pulls the whole thing apart and the murderer is screwed. It's just so good. I just love it. And I love the vintage 70s setting. I love stuff like that where you go to different decades now, you see the style and all that. I just love that. Yeah. And Columbo himself, he's like, to the outside, he looks like a very disheveled looking figure, someone you couldn't take seriously. But he's got a very clever little mind, and everything about him, his mannerisms, from his cigar to his really grubby looking raincoat and his scruffy appearance and his questions, especially his iconic question, "Yeah, just one more thing." That is the question he asks all the time, because every time he has interviewed the murderer, well, of course, at that point he doesn't know it's the murderer, but you can tell he suspects that person. Just as soon as he's finished questioning that person, he says, "Oh, there's just one more thing," or oh, just one more little thing. And the murderer is slowly but surely cracking up, because they can't cope with this man. This guy is like a bloodhound. They are screwed. Like, they just cannot cope with this guy asking them all these questions. Like, it's just, I love it. Like, I think sometimes the murderer just confesses just to get away from Columbo. It's just like it's such a great show. Okay, now this one I got teased quite a lot. I got what people always wind up even saying, "Oh, he watches that all the time," because I always brought a box set up to watch in my student apartment, and that is Murder, She Wrote. I love this show, guys. I swear to God, I love this show. I'm really glad I got into it. It's just so good because I always saw episodes on television, so I thought, right, I have to start watching it. So I started buying the DVDs and I love it. I just think it's like, I love Angela Lansbury in this. She nails the role. I think she's so good in this. And I like that the show features a mature, older woman instead of a younger, glamorous woman. I love that, and I love everything about, like, I mean, I love the episodes in Cabot Cove and all, like I love that, and I just love all the other characters, like the sheriff and Dr. Hazlitt and all. I love it, and it's like a modern day, like, suppose the concept of the show, it's a modern day Miss Marple. So suppose Jessica has elements of Miss Marple and Agatha Christie, and it's just really, I just love watching it, and I love the classic whodunit element. They still keep the classic whodunit, so it's like a modern day version of a classic whodunit. I just love watching this, guys. I just think it's so good. And as I said, the Cabot Cove episodes are some of my favourites, and some of my other favourites and all. Like, there was one episode where Jessica was in the Psycho House, which was like Jessica Fletcher in the Bates Motel Psycho House. Like, flipping, whoever came up with that was a genius. But no, guys, I love Murder, She Wrote. I think it's just such a great show. Picture it. Rostrevor, 2018. A man is vlogging about one of his favourite TV shows in Ireland. Does the quote of that style sound familiar? If you know what I mean, if you can understand it, then you know what show I'm talking about. Yes, it's Golden Girls! Yeah, now it's not the most manliest of shows to watch, but I love this show. I think it's brilliant. I just love it. I love watching it. It's just so funny. Like, I love Dorothy and Blanche and Sophia. I just think they're all so funny. For anyone who wonders what this is about, Golden Girls is a show about 3 mature women in their 50s and an old granny, Dorothy's mother, living as roommates in a house in Miami. Yeah, 4 older women living in Miami of all places. But no, it's just so fun to watch. It's just so good. And I love the characters. I just love them. They're just so funny. Like, I love Blanche's flirting. I love Rose's airheaded silliness. Like, one time she said, "Oh, Bob Hope's my father." And you're like, oh, what the hell? I love Dorothy's really straight up sarcasm, and I love Sophia's brutal honesty, where Blanche would say, "Oh, my body's like a temple," and Blanche is like, and no, Sophia the granny's like, "Yes, it's open to every man, day or night." I just love it, guys. It's just so funny. I love this show. It's so funny, and some of the stuff I really love is when an episode so they can't sleep and they sit up all night. And they eat around the kitchen table and they eat cheesecake and ice cream and they talk about stuff. They talk about their lives, their experiences, stuff, their relationships and everything. It's just, I love watching stuff like that where they just talk about life in general and what will the future hold and all. It's really, I just love watching it, guys. It's just such a great show. Number 6, Poirot. So basically, Poirot is an adaptation of all the 1930s Agatha Christie Poirot mystery novels, and guys, it's one of my favourite series ever. I love a good mystery. I love, like, as you've seen in Murder, She Wrote and Columbo and all, I love a good mystery, a good old classic murder, whodunit and all, and it's just, the series is just, it's a great show to watch. Like, David Suchet is fantastic. He captures every aspect of Poirot, from his neat, orderly appearance to his obsession with having order and method, and his mannerisms with his moustache and his hair and his little leather shoes and his walking stick, and how Poirot is always very calm and collected and only loses it when he's really annoyed or someone has really screwed something up for his investigation. But it's just, guys, it's a great show to watch and I love watching it. And another thing is, I love the 1930s setting. The show set during the 1930s. I love that. I think the producers or production designers really researched the period, like everything from cars to fashion to dresses to everything. They really researched everything. Like, it's really well researched. Like, I can tell you my favourite Poirot episodes, but that'll probably take all day because I probably want to talk all about them. But otherwise, guys, this is a great show. I love watching it. I love Poirot, and I just think it's fantastic. Now, surely, guys, you knew this next one was going to come up. Sure, and every vlogger who does their favourite TV show, they always mention it, so I'm going to mention it too because I just love it. And that is, can you guess? Yes, it's Friends! Yeah, I love Friends. I just think it's, like, I think Friends is probably the most famous sitcom of all time because everything about it, like, you know, the quotes, the characters, everything is just so, like, it's such a great show to watch, and I love everything about it. I love the characters, I love the stories, I love everything about, you know, like the on and the turbulent on-off relationship of Ross and Rachel, the love of Monica and Chandler, Joey trying to be an actor, and I put a huge emphasis on trying, and Phoebe's weirdness. They're so good to watch. It's just so enjoyable to watch. I love watching it. I could watch it all the time if I had to. And I'll tell you, my favourite friend, now this was a tricky one, but actually it wasn't so hard because I actually know which is my favourite friend. And it is Phoebe. Just as my heart tells me. Yeah, but no, I love Phoebe. She's just so wonderfully weird and so funny, and some of the stuff she comes out with she's a bit like Rose from Golden Girls. She's really funny, but in an adorable way. A little weird, but it's in an adorable, sweet way, and it makes her just such an amazing character. I seriously, I love Phoebe. Now this next one, guys, Shirley, I'm currently in the middle of rewatching it again because it is just so awesome, is Once Upon a Time. It is just, guys, I love the show. I love it. I love how they put all these really good modern day 21st century twists on all our favourite fairy tales. They're all there, from Snow White, Red Riding Hood, Cinderella, Aladdin, and Jack and the Beanstalk, and all their favourite fairy tales. It's just such an amazing show, guys. I love it. I love the characters. I love the stories, the adventure. Just one quick note to say, my favourite out of Storybrooke adventure is Neverland. I love it. And it's just so, guys, I love this show, and it does really unique things, it turns Peter Pan into a bad guy, which I just think is so cool. And it also looks at stuff like, why does a villain become a villain, and how even heroes who are noble and brave can sometimes do the wrong thing. But no, guys, I love this show. I think it's amazing. And this is a show, guys, where the female characters are the real badass. It's just Snow White, Regina, Zelena, Belle, they're just all such amazing characters. It's just fantastic, and yes, I love it. And I love all the actors and actresses on it, from Lana Parrilla, Josh Dallas, Jennifer Goodwin. It's just, guys, I just love this show. It is amazing. And at the end of the 6th season, they did a musical episode, which was amazing. So, guys, seriously, if you want something good to watch this. This one, guys, if you haven't seen it, I fully recommend you watch it because it has become a phenomenon. It's a fantastic show. And that is Stranger Things. Guys, seriously, this is such a great show. I don't know, it took me so, I started watching the first season months after it was on Netflix and it was a hit. But, guys, it is a fantastic show. You don't know what's coming with it. You think you know what's going to happen, but there's twists and turns around every corner. It's fantastic. It's just so good. Fantastic. You think you know what's coming, but you don't. It's just you're wondering what's happened. Is there some kind of monster underneath? Is there some terrible thing gonna happen? Oh no, will our favorite characters die? It's just you think you know what's gonna happen on it, but you don't. It's fantastic. The guys who made this and did a fantastic job with it. It's so good. And I'm fully psyched for the 3rd season because I think it's just so good. And I love the main group of characters, the group of kids, the teenagers and all. I love that. I think they're fantastic. And because it's set during the 80s, you get vibes of that classic little kid gang. Classic little kid gang who are going to save the day. The Goonies, or maybe Scooby-Doo, or that's Recess. You get echoes of those classic little kid duos who come together to save the day. But no, guys, Stranger Things is fantastic. It's a great show. I love it, and I'm really psyched for the 3rd season. I just can't wait. And finally, Scream, the TV show. You can take a horror film and make it into a TV show. Now, of course, it differs from the movie, and the mask and all, and the backstory is different with all the new characters and all, but guys, Scream the TV show is fantastic. I love watching it, and it's really scary. It's just like the first one, really, it spooks me half the time because you never know when the killer's going to jump out, and every time Emma, the main character, gets a call from unknown, her phone bleeps and says unknown, we know it's from the killer, and I will never look at every time I get an unknown call ever the same ever again. It's just so spooky. And I love all the characters. I love Emma, Noah, Audrey, Brooke. I love them. And I know I'm not spoiling, but don't worry, guys. They survive till the end, but they're such great characters. And I love how they bring it up. They bring it up to date with some of the new technology of how the killer is able to do all the terrible things. And I love that, in the films, there's a mystery element. Who is the masked killer? Who's doing these terrible things? What kind of twisted person would do such things? And it's a brilliant reveal. You never see it coming. And the good thing about it, just like in the movie, everyone around everyone, her boyfriend, her friends, all the people around her, the people she works with, she can't trust anyone because any one of them could be the killer. She can't trust any of them, but it's just so fantastic and it's just such a great show. I love it. I can't wait for season 3. I think apparently it's going to be different with new characters, but I can't wait to watch. I just think it's going to be phenomenal. I just cannot wait. Well guys, thanks for watching this video, and I hope you'll check out some of the TV shows I like that because I'd fully recommend all of them because they're all so good. In fact, I don't know if I can recommend just one because I have to watch this one, that one. But anyway guys, thanks for watching. So, and if you enjoyed this video, please like it and go onto my channel and subscribe. And also another thing, if you want to get regular updates of when I've uploaded a new video, just press the little bell button beside the subscribe button. And then you'll get regular updates whenever I've uploaded a new video. So anyway guys, thanks for watching this video and stay tuned for more of my content. Bye!